and gentlemen, on behalf of the team here at Ray White in Bayswater, of course, we thank you very much for coming along to what will be a magnificent auction. And why wouldn't it be? Selling a magnificent and rare piece of real estate here this afternoon. Number 1 Newman Road, of course, in the heart of Wantirna South. For those that are here to purchase, we wish you all the very best with your bidding endeavours, and my suggestion is plain and simple. Bid bold, bid aggressively, but more importantly, bid to the absolute upper echelon of your capacity to be able to secure this fantastic piece of real estate here this afternoon. To the purchasers in the crowd, we congratulate you in advance. Thank you so much for coming along, and what a magnificent purchase it is for you for the years to come. To the vendors who are inside, we'd love to take the opportunity now to thank them so much for selling what is arguably their most prized possession, and entrusting myself and of course the team at Ray White for selling their magnificent home. Folks, today's auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any conditions that were made available for inspection before the commencement of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll be using during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid. By law, only I, as the auctioneer, folks, can make a vendor bid. And lastly, folks, once this paperwork hits my hand and I deem the property sold, I will not be accepting any late bids or offers. So it is absolutely in your best interest to put your best foot forward if there is interest in this magnificent home. On a cheeky side point, I can take an increasingly long time to knock down a property to the highest bidder. Please bear with me. I am simply doing that, and it is my sole instructions to act in the best interest of the vendor. If ever I had the honour of auctioning off your home, I'd be doing the same thing for you as well. Well, folks, in relation to the particulars of sale and the contract, which I believe will help you bid successfully at today's auction, we are asking for a 10% deposit if you are the successful purchaser. And in regards to settlement, Tim, are we looking at up to 120 days, folks? So flexible, 30, 60, 90, 120 days is more than fine. Well, what a magnificent home we've got on offer for you today, folks. As mentioned, in the heart of Wantirna South, number 1 Newman Road. What's on offer for you today? Apart from the fact that it is a magnificent family home offering 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, and of course multiple car spaces, the investment opportunity that lies beneath your feet of somewhat 1,030 square metres of prime southeastern land is simply to die for. 7 townhouses approved for this spectacular corner block in the heart of Wantirna South. You do the numbers, folks, they don't lie. The investment opportunity is simply amazing. These days it's quite hard and rare to buy a brilliant investment opportunity where plans and permits are approved. You do not have to worry about that here. It's ready to go. The suburb of Wantirna South, it's no arguing why. It's a brilliant suburb and one of the fastest growing in the southeastern corridor of Melbourne, and why wouldn't it be? Everything literally at your doorstep. Of course, hospitals not too far from here, major arterial road access, Monash Freeway, Eastlink, of course, should you wish to go into the CBD. All your schools are around here as well, folks. Your public, private, secondary, primary, not to mention restaurants, cafes as well. Well, Newman Road, what a fantastic spot, a very quiet spot as well. Think about where you are and think about the investment opportunity that lies beneath your feet. As mentioned before, folks, there should be 2 hands up for a property like this, as they do not come around very, very often. Folks, we are standing here today in what is the most livable city on the planet. Voted for a 7th consecutive term, and to put the cherry on top of that real estate cake, we're seeing the population in Victoria absolutely skyrocket. Predictions are, the way things are heading, there'll be more people living here than New South Wales by the year 2030. And the reason I mention that is so you can bid with an absolute abundance of confidence. Store that information in the forefront of your mind, because irrespective of what price you pay for this piece of real estate here today, you are assured a huge profit. Not to mention the priceless family memories that you can create as well. Well, folks, on behalf of the team at Ray White, we thank you in advance for giving them the opportunity to having a conversation with you in regards to the process involved of selling your home at auction as well. I'm done talking for the moment. I'll put it in your hands now for a fair and reasonable opening bid. Where do we go from here? Folks, I don't mind any number we start at, or I'll dictate you to where you need to be to buy the property here this afternoon, but literally happy to start at any figure at all. Whatever makes you At 1.4 now, Tim, and thank you very much. At 1.4, and it's with you, sir, at 1.4. At 1,400,000 I've got now. Like to go up in 50,000 as an absolute minimum. At 1.4, and it's with you, sir. Thank you, Tim. At 1.4 I've got now. At 1,400,000 now, bargain buying at that level, dare I say. At 1.4 now. At 1,400,000 now to my left, sir, and leading the race. At 1.4 I've got. At 1.5. At 1.5 now, straight back. Boom, have a look at that. At 1.5 now, $100,000 rise. At 1.5 now. At 1.5, and it's with you, sir, now. Against you, sir. Another 50 to get you back on top. At 1.55 now, sir, it's against you. At 1.55 I've got. At 1,550,000 now, and it's with you, sir, leading the race. At 1.55, it's a game of ping pong. It's a two-horse race. Who needs an auctioneer? At 1.55, sir, another 50 from you. At 1.6, what do you say? Just give me the nod. At 1.55 I've got now, clearly bid to my left. At 1,550,000 now, great value buying at that level. I'll absolutely assure you of that. 7 plans and permits approved at 7 townhouses, I should say, on this magnificent 1,000 square metre plus block of land in the heart of Melbourne southeast. At 1.55, and it's with you, sir. 1.6, sir, let me know. Thank you very much. Appreciate the nod there at 1.6 now, and leading the race now at 1.6. At 1,600,000 now, sir, another 50 from you to get you back on top. At 1.6 now, leading the race right in front of me right here. At 1.6 I've got, folks, a little bit quiet on that side. At 1.6 I've got now. At 1,600,000 now, folks, now's your chance to come back in. At 1.6 I've got now. At 1,600,000 now, sir. At 50 now, 1.65 straight back. At 1.65 now, sir, get back on top, another 50 to get you back involved. At 1.65 now, how about 1.7, sir? 50 grand is the number we need. Can't take anything less, but happy to take more. At 1.65, we'll do a competitor. Out, sir, 100% out. Thank you so much for bidding today. Sir, at 1.65, it appears you've knocked off one of your competitors, unless there's someone else in the crowd ready to make a bid. At 1.65 now. At 1,650,000 now, and it's with you, sir, and leading the race. At 1.65, not on the market. We'll let you know when we are. At 1.65, I've got now to my left. At 1,650,000 now, sure, done, finished, and silent. At 1,650,000 now, I'll call it 3 times only. First call at 1,650,000. Second call at 1,650,000. Third, final call at 1,650,000 now. Folks, nothing from you, just to confirm. No bids here. Now's a chance to come back in. Sir, folks, are you sure you're out at 1.65? 100%, thank you very much. Just have to confirm again. Want to make sure the market's absolutely exhausted. At 1.65, just giving you plenty of opportunity. At 1.65, sir, and it's with you now and leading the race. At 1.65, I've got now clearly bid right here to my left. At 1.65. At 1.65, it's incredible buying at that level. Just think about where you are in the heart of Wantirna South. Crunch the numbers, sir. I'm sure you are. There should be 2 hands up at that level. At 1.65, you're about to make a whole lot of money. Should we get the deal done today with you? At 1.65 now. At 1,650,000 now. Done, finished, and silent. At 1,650,000 now. I'll call it 3 times only. First call at 1.65. Second call at 1,650,000. Third, final call at 1.65 now. Folks, just bear with me for 2 minutes while I just seek some further instructions from the vendor. Thank you. Folks, thank you so much for your patience as we were getting some final instructions from the vendor. Current bid's at 1.65, sir, and it's with you. I am going to be placing a vendor bid against you, sir, at 1.75, so it's 100,000 above your bid. It's with me now at a vendor bid at 1.75, sir. Just want to let you know, as well as everybody else in the audience, I will not be placing any more vendor bids. That's it from me and the seller at 1.75, and it's with me. Happy to take 50,000, but cannot take anything less at this point in time. How about 1.8, sir, to get you back on top? It'll get you in the living room to negotiate with the vendor. At 1.75 now. At 1.75, I've got now with me at a seller's bid. At 1.75, I've got, sir, another 50 from you. What do you say? Anything at all? How about 20, sir? Another 20 if you like. At 1.75, happy to give the same courtesy to anybody else at 1.77 if you like. At 1.75, and it's with me at a vendor bid. At 1.75, just want to let everybody know that if we do pass the property in on a vendor bid, we will be negotiating with every single prospective purchaser here. Your chances of securing the home are significantly decreased. You want to be the highest bidder. You want to give yourself every chance of securing the home by being the sole buyer and negotiator. At 1.75, and it's with me now at a seller's bid. Happy to take 20, absolutely as a minimum though. Cannot take anything less, happy to take more. At 1.75, I've got, sir, are you sure? At 1.75, you're out and done. Appreciate the confirmation, sir, thank you. At 1.75 now, I'll give everybody one last chance. At 1.75 now, at 1,750,000 now. Are we sure? Done, finished, and silent. At 1,750,000 now, I'll call it three times only. First call at 1.75. Second call at 1.75. Third, final call at 1,750,000 now. So 100% out. Thank you so much. Just getting final confirmation. At 1.75 is the call now, sir. Are you sure? One last chance at 1.75. I don't mean to get under your skin. I just want to make sure you're 100% out. I've seen it all before where buyers come back in last minute. At 1.75 now. At 1,750,000 now, folks. I assume there's nothing back there. At 1.75 now. At 1,750,000 now's the call. At 1.75. At 1.75, I've got now with me at a seller's bid. Happy to take a $20,000 rise to get you up to 1.77. At 1.75. At 1,750,000 now. Are we done? Finished? Silent? At 1.75 now. I'll call it three times for the final time. First call at 1,750,000. Second call at 1,750,000. Third final call at 1.75 now. Well, folks, on behalf of the team at Ray White and Bayswater, we'd like to thank you very much for attending today's auction. Have safe travels home and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you so much.